The 2011 AHECTA Student Production Awards are made possible by generous sponsorship from Campus Televideo, providing world-class service and innovative solutions to more than 220 colleges and universities across the country, including HD without a set-top box, emergency alert systems, and IPTV solutions. Learn more at campustelevideo.com.
Well, we hold open house here at the vet school every year. We actually just moved it to fall this year. It's traditionally held in the spring, but we actually brought in a new curriculum, which means that our third years wouldn't be able to help out as much as they have in the past. So we thought this would be the best way to get most students to participate. And we really just hope to bring in the public, allow them to see what our school is all about, and teach them about animals and how to care for them. So it's a really great event, and for future veterinary students as well. They can come in, and it's a good opportunity to visit the school, and yeah, it's a great event. Well, a lot of people really love the fistulated cow.
What that means is that essentially she has a communication between the outside of her body and her stomach. So what we can do then is we can take bacteria that help the animal digest the food, and we can use that for research purposes. We can help sick animals that maybe don't have as healthy a stomach. The way that cow's stomach works, you have different layers. Kind of on the bottom you have a fluid layer, that's the digestive juices and everything, and then on the top you have this matte layer of like hay and forage and the actual food that they're eating. So when you reach in there, you can feel that top layer of food, that forage and the hay and the grass and everything that they've been eating. You can stick your hand in there, feel that, pull some of it out.
Dogs that would come in, have had knee replacement done or have had problems with their legs might come in here for some therapy work. We can also use this for what we call our doggy fat camp program. So obviously, just like human beings, if we have an animal that's a little overweight, that's detrimental to their health. So we want to take off as much weight as we can in order to keep them fit, trim, happy, healthy pets, moving as quickly as they can and being agile and living a good life. This is his first time in the treadmill, but he's already, it's only been 8 minutes and he's already, taken to it like a pro. So a lot of our work in here is a lot of cheerleading and positive reinforcement. Clinicians or, who's ever running the machine, you can actually take peanut butter and stick it on the front of the glass. That encourages them to keep coming towards the front of the machine. Toys and treats are a big positive reinforcement. Some dogs really seem a lot more content to walk in here when they have a toy in their mouth. So sometimes you'll see dogs in here with just a tennis ball in their mouth for the entire 15, 20 minutes that they're in here.
This is Igby. He's a 7-year-old male ball python. They're native to Africa. He's pretty much full grown. We actually have some other ones that are a little younger and a little smaller. But they make pretty good pets because they're pretty docile. They're pretty common in the pet trade. This guy probably eats rats because he's like a small rat would probably be what he would get. He's pretty big. Their husbandry isn't too bad, but they need certain lighting or certain substrate. But really, they're pretty easy. I mean, they may be even easier than hamsters. It just depends. Sometimes a lot of them are nicer than hamsters. Hamsters like to nip, so it just depends.
Males tend to get about 8 feet, and then the females can get up to 12 to 14 feet. So it really just depends on the sex and how you feed them and what kind of cage they're in. We feed ours rats about every 2 weeks. If it's a larger rat, it'll be about 1 month.
This is Tom, His full name is High Tones Tomcat. He's 26 years old, and we brought him here today to help the public learn about what all a horse needs every single day in order to be happy and healthy. Tom needs at least 12 gallons of water every day, 50 pounds of hay. He can get grain up to 5 pounds. He also needs at least 1 acre of pasture to run in and to graze on. He also needs veterinary care, which is why we're here in school. He needs salt, and he also needs exercise and, of course, love and attention. So Tom's breed, he is a quarter horse, but he has at least 15% white on his body. So he has 4 white socks and a white face, or a bald face, and so that makes him a paint. He has 1 blue eye here, so everyone thinks that he might be blind or anything like that, but he's not, just blue, and the other eye is brown. So he's not blind, he can see perfectly fine. The difference is just he was born that way. I've had Tom since I was 7 years old. He's been our family horse for a really long time, and he's a really good horse. Actually, my mom teaches art up near Chicago, and she takes him to her schools, and she also works for a special education school, children that have learning problems, and he helps the children. He can help them like calm down. He also teaches them about, you know, caring for animals and what all you need to do. I mean, the things that my mom teaches the children up there are similar in any species, just the care and the food and the water and the attention and the exercise. So he's very helpful for that.
This is my dog, Erin. She's about 8. I adopted her when she was 2, and she's been doing therapy work for about 5 years. She has gone to the burn camp in Chicago for children. She's worked at Rice with abused children with mental illnesses. She's done nursing homes, she's done parties, Christmas parties for disabled children. She really has just a very calm demeanor, and a lot of therapy work is when you have to test, and it's obedience training and skills, which a lot of dogs can do, but it's also temperament. They have to be able to be held and handled roughly by other people besides them. They have to be able to take treats very gently, not get too excited, not jump, especially in, you know, hospital situations. You know, you can't have them knocking other, you know, dogs over or jumping on kids that have like burns and things like that. I got her at 2 and she was abused. She was very, very ill. She had actually been shot with a shotgun, so her chest is actually full of buckshot. Somebody had shot her with a shotgun. You can feel a couple pieces in her head. And she was basically almost half dead from heart damage from heartworm that she had. And she also turned out to be a seizure dog, so she is even now currently on 2 different seizure medications. The thing about Erin is that she just continually loves anyway, and that's really just the amazing thing about dogs in general, is that they can forgive and still love. And she found me, not the other way around, and has just been pretty much a happy dog ever since, and just loves kind of sharing her love with everybody.